Good afternoon, friends, followers, channel members. How are we all this Friday? It is nearly the weekend, and so as we try and do on a Friday afternoon, we give you a decent length stream to see in the weekend, chill out and have a relaxing time. Today, you'll probably have noticed something different. Of course, we are not in our normal orange Easyjet. We are doing a special flight as requested. Well, actually as purchased using his Easyjet points on a previous stream. Dark Fury requested that we fly to Vagar, an airport that I've never flown to before. I don't even think I've flown here in a simulator before, so this is going to be brand new for me. For those of you familiar with it, you'll know what to expect. Myself, not at all. But this is a real world flight. So this is a flight from Oslo, and we're off to we're off to Vagar, flying the Faroe Islands A320. We're in the Fenix aircraft as well. This flight didn't take place today. I think it took place a couple of days ago. So yeah, always nice to see. Always nice to see a real flight route on stream, in particular if it's a different airline and something a little bit different as well. The scenery you can see in the background is the amazing Oslo Freeware Airport from flightsim.to. It really is stunning. It's easily as good as any payware airport you're going to come across. So welcome on board, everyone. Hey, Nick, Dark Fury, Boris Simmer. Hey, Danny Rubble as well. Danny just mentioning about the scenery as well. Yeah, indeed, absolutely wonderful. Now, I need to confess, I am also trying something a little bit different today, so you're gonna have to bear with me technology wise. So what I'm going to try and do, hang on, let me see if I can get this to work. Where is it? So hopefully we might be able to, there we go. So this might just make things a little bit more realistic for me, and perhaps a little easier for you. So I now actually have the Fenix tab set up in stream. A huge thanks to Katie Pilot as well, for those of you who follow her on Twitch, for helping me set this up. She said, oh, it's just easy to do this. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. So yeah, hopefully this will work. No longer will I have to be get inside the flight deck and switching left and right. I have the physical tablet here on my left, so yeah, what I'll need to do, and I may forget, is I need to remember to turn it on in stream so you can actually see it. But other than that, hopefully all should go well. Now, we've got no air traffic control here in Oslo at the moment, so let's just start then by grabbing the weather. So what we got here, Oslo at the moment. Looks like LVP's may be in progress. So wind is currently 200 at 16. Visibility a kilometre. We're using runway 19 left today, so at 1.3 kilometres, and then 2,000 metres, 2 kilometres. We've got snow, and temperature is vertical visibility is 1,200. Temperature is 2. Dew point -5. The QNH is 1013. So, that's not great weather, is it? Now, one of the first things that I need to check actually is, well, can we take off? I'm sure we can, because the runway visibility range is 1.3 kilometers. But if we just have a look, see if we can get some takeoff minimums here for Oslo, they will be, are they on here, takeoff minimums? Low visibility takeoff, yeah, it's well below 125, 150, etc. So yeah, taking off, no problem at all. So always worth checking. Otherwise, it was about to be a very short stream, wasn't it? But no, that's good. Let's get on board, shall we? Oh, should we just have a quick look what's happening at Vagar? Let's see if I can change this. Why can't I change the arrival? Oh, there we go. So currently winds gusting to 39 knots. Visibility is fine. Overcast 1,900 feet. QNH 1004. Overcast, and oh my word, it's windy. Okay. All right. Well, That's what we're here for. That's what dark view. Dark. We couldn't have picked a better day for this view, could we? You don't want things to be normal. Also, should have mentioned tempo visibility here is 2,000, light snow visibility, and mist visibility, vertical visibility 800 feet. So, yeah. Okay. Let's let's get on board. Right, so then, let's just check. We are in our usual turnaround state. We're going to get ourselves pushed back and off out of here as quickly as possible. I do have a nursery run to complete later this afternoon. So, just check. We've got nav and logo lights are on. The accurate pressure is sitting nicely in the green. Flaps, spoilers, they're good. Parking brake is currently on. We're going to need to de-ice as well today, so that's something else. Right, let's start getting set up, shall I? Julie Charlie Mike, mate, thank you so much for resubbing for 4 months on Prime. Good morning from Memphis, Tennessee. Good morning to you, Julie Charlie Mike. Great to have you on board. So the QNH is 1013 according to the meta. I mean, I'm just going to refresh that because I thought it was a bit higher than that. Just refresh that. Why can't I refresh it on my tablet? Okay, I might just have to check it over here. QNH. There's this 1013 there on the QNH. However, if you press the B button here, it's actually it's not got it. Is that? It was 1015. Well, I'm going to go with what information I've got on the tablets. There you go. We've got 1013. That's fine. The flight time 1 hour 46 minutes. Switching panel and the thrust levers, engine, masters, mode selector, flaps up. Yeah, that's all good. Acupressure and 1013 here. Constraints, and our initial climb today is going to be 7,000. Right then, so let's take a look at our operational flight plan, shall we? Now, you might actually be able to read it easier. This is what I say. I've got to get used to this. So I'll just turn on the tablet here. Operational flight plan, of course, if you are watching on YouTube, it's pinned in the chat, but hopefully you'll be able to get this now on the screen. Read this as well. So we're expecting flight level 380. Excuse me. Constant index of 4. I could probably have changed that for this, couldn't we? A headwind of 83. Oh, I should have done the return journey. Headwind of 83. Inverness is the alternate. 12.2 tons payload. Departing expected 19 left. Good. That's we're parked on the right hand side of the runway. And the fuel is around 7.7 tons. Shear rate is nice and low, so that's fine. What else we got? What's that? Dark Fury, mate. Ah, thank you so much. Thank you for your £2 donation saying I may need a beer after this. Absolutely. Brian Crawley, it's the freeware Oslo scenery from flightsim.to if you want to check that out. So yeah, no real terrain to worry about en route. That's all well and good. Oh, there's the weather. Look. So weather in Inverness, which is our primary alternate, that's fine. That's well above Cat 1, so happy for that to be the alternate. Bergen, Stavanger, low ceiling, but still Cat 1. And Wick is the other airport. Never been there before. In fact, the weather there is probably the best of the lot, to be honest. Looks nice and clear. Oh, a 19-knot crosswind. Aside from that, yeah, it's all good. All right, quick weather brief. What's happening? Alright, what's the forecast for Vagar? Wind's going to be gusting up to 45 knots. This is going to be a mess of a landing here in the Phoenix, isn't it? Scattered 1,000 feet, broken 1,800. Overcast and... Okay, so in theory, it looks like it's still going to be Cat 1. It's going to be a nice Cat 1 landing. In fact, I don't even know if... let's get rid of that. I don't even know what category ILS they have in Vagar. Is it... oh, it is just Cat 1. It's Cat 1 and nothing else. Runway visual range 800 meters, and or for this one 1,000. Yeah, okay, 1,000 500 meters. Oh, 1,700 meters, sorry, for Cat C. Okay, yeah, so it is. It's going to be Cat 1, and we can get in. It's just going to be windy. Okay, let's get rid of that. Right, what extra fuel are we taking then? Whoa, well, let me see. So this would mean that, grab my flight plan. So we've got plug fuel of 7.7. I will definitely want to take a bit more, but we've got to be careful because the maximum we can take is around 5 tons, and that is because otherwise we'll be too heavy when we get to Vagar. Vagar's not a long runway, so we don't want to be able to get there and then have to burn off a lot of fuel before we can actually land. So let's take the maximum we can take extra is 5 ton. We're not going to go that extreme. Let's see, 7, 8. Okay, we're going to take with that. Let's take 9 tons of fuel overall. So we'll tell the guys that we're going to do that. And also reminded by my my trusty PM that obviously with that crosswind limit we'll have to be careful because the runway it's so short, it's so narrow as well. It's only 30 meters wide. There is a maximum crosswind limit of 20 knots for a 30 meter wide runway. That might be something FAROE, the Atlantic Airlines don't have, because it's probably always 20 knot crosswind going into FAROE. But there you go. We're going to get in anyway. It's not going to be strictly real ops this flight, but we are going to take 9 tons of fuel, so we've got a bit more. In fact, you know what? Screw that. I'm taking 9.5. 9.5 tons of fuel. It's safer, isn't it? All right. Let's start setting up the box then and doing what we need to do with that. Company messages come through. Is that a preliminary load sheet? Maybe. See. Sign out of here. Received messages. Yeah, oh, wonderful. Right, preliminary load sheets there. We'll accept that. We'll start setting everything up in a little bit. All right. Can we start getting passengers on board? We've got that APU fired up, and yeah, then we'll get going. Set the box up as the passengers start to come on. So. APU master. Guys, just bear with me 1 minute. My poor cat is stuck in the office screaming to get out, so let me just start that. Let me go and let the poor thing out. Give me 30 seconds. Yeah, so clearly the cat does not want to be a passenger on this flight. Right, APU has started. Flaps opening. Good, it's not frozen. Let's check. Right, so IRS got 3 nav greens, aircraft status, air cycle, right, engines, good stuff. In it, ACARS request. Set that on. Right, so our flight number is what? FLI 435. Cost index of 4. Temperature is -1. Tropo is 40832. Download the winds. Hey, Giuseppe, good to see you. Julie Charlie Matt, yeah, absolutely. Cat's heard about the crosswind and the weather and where we're going, and he doesn't want to be part of the he doesn't want to be part of this adventure. Cruising flight level today is going to be flight level 380, and it's -65 degrees. I've got a real headwind as well today. Alright, so what we're doing, we're departing runway 19 left, and it's the at Lab 3 Charlie. There we go, right at the top. get that in. Then at the other end, there's no SID, so it's just going to be the ILS Zulu 30, no star. We've got VIA. Robur, I think, is the one we're coming in via. Yep, Robur. Try that. Hey Ryan, good to see you. Happy Friday to you. Alright, operational flight plan has got 571 miles on there. What have we got on the box? 570. Oh, that works nice. Okay, radar page. Let's just fill that out. The only sort of VOR radar nav aids that we've got here, Golf Romeo Mike, which is auto-tuned anyway, but we'll hard-tune it, so that's done. Right, on to init B. We need our preliminary load sheet for this. Do set, no, this isn't MK Studios. So I've got the freeware Flight Sim TO scenery for Oslo, and also there's a great freeware for Vagar as well, which we'll check out when we get there, assuming we get there and land safely. Right, what's our zero fuel weight? It's 56.2. And the CFG 30.7. Fuel for our alternate is 2,000 kilograms. Let's call it 2.2. And hit the fuel planning button. Alright, so we are going to take 9.5 tons. That says 7.5 tons, so that's perfect. Right, that's a takeoff weight then, 65.5. Still not that heavy overall. Right, that's done. And our CFG for the takeoff is 28.7. Right, let's do the performance calculations then. So this is great. Now I can do this. We don't have to faff around moving cameras around. We can just use the actual, use my actual tablet here. We've got it cast into the stream. Feels highly realistic now doing it on a tablet. So we're using runway 19 left for departure. Is it dry? No, it's wet. We want wet figures. Let's do flaps. In fact, we're going to be doing toga takeoff because it's snowy and rubbish. So I tell you what, let's do flaps 2. I don't know what the SOPs are for Atlantic Airways, but yeah, let's force toga. Anti-ice, absolutely, that shall be on. Packs will be off, and our takeoff weight was 65.3, and our CFG was, what was it, 28.7. Right, let's start getting passengers on as well. There we go. Just grab the live weather. Intersection data. Oh, we've got to depart full length. All right, okay, never mind. All right, let's get passengers on, then we'll fill that out. So, APU bleed. Let's get that on, and GSX. Come on, let's start getting you guys on board. 737 pilot Alex, thank you for the follow. Good afternoon to you. It really does look like rubbish weather here as well, doesn't it? Alright, so we'll let them do that. Let's go to our perf page then and fill in the details down here now. Just need to get the angle right here till I get used to it. You can't quite see. There we go. So we've got 113. God, that's a low V1. 113, 135, 135. 113, 135, 135. It's so low, of course, because it's wet and horrible. get the packs on as well for them. Right, so yeah, that's all well and good. We've got the speeds in. We're doing a flap 2 departure. No flex. It's going to be toga, and we're using full runway as well. All right. Good, let's have a look at thrust reduction, acceleration values. We've got SimSmart for this, so this is 1681. Okay, yeah, let's update this then. So 1681, noise abatement 2. Engine out is also 1681. And that's done. Right, onto the secondary flight plan. Copy the active. What's the engine out procedure here? 2,200 feet is a left turn to INSAV holding point. Okay, so E out SID. Just create a waypoint and base that. Echo November Golf Mike 19 left. Departure heading is, find the right chart, 192, so 192, pop that 15 miles out, store that, back to the secondary flight plan, pop that waypoint in, and then from there, where will we going? In SOV. Enter the hold, and it is inbound 310, right 10, right turns. Done, done. After that, coming back to Oslo here. Echo November Golf Mike, and would be at the east side of the airfield, so coming back in on 19 left makes sense. See how that looks. Yeah, so straight out, left turn, enter the hold, and then we'll vector ourselves back around for another go. Lovely. Right, that's all done. Is GSX boarding our passengers? I can't remember if I told it to or not. Oh yeah, they're boarding passengers now. Oh, that's fine. Oh, they're very quiet today, aren't they? They probably know what weather's in store for them. Alright, so passengers boarding. Whilst they're doing that, let's do our let's do our departure brief. 737 pilot Alex, hey, good to see you. Says he's been watching for a while now. Great content, keep it up. Thank you, Alex. And let's bring up the tablet then. So there, just you can probably see right down at the bottom. So the weather here, obviously in Oslo, is snowy. Yeah, winds 216, so slight wind from the right as we take off. Visibility is temporarily 2 kilometers, but it's broadcast as 1 kilometer. Vertical visibility is 800 feet. We've got light snow and mist, so treating this as a contaminated taxi out and take off. Weather en route is fine, apart it's just a little bit windy on the way there. Headwind expected of around 83 overall, and the weather on our arrival, yeah, Cat 1 conditions, but windy again, very, very, very windy. Aircraft type A320, fully serviceable, nothing broke. No NOTAMs for our departure today. Threats to be aware of here, not too much actually at Oslo. Slightly unfamiliar with the airport, so just need to be very careful where we are going. Obviously the contaminated taxiways, etc., runway, something to be aware of, so take things nice and steady. As we are in LVPs, we'll be running checklists and doing checks, stuff like that, when we are stationary, not whilst we're on the move, so that might just add in a little bit of extra time as well. But in terms of the other threats with regards to the airport itself and environment, yeah, we can see there no real terrain to worry about. MSA is 3,000 900 feet. The taxi itself was stand just down here. What is it? Stand 43, I think it is, down here. So we're going to taxi out, and then we'll be taxiing out on Quebec, take Tango all the way to the end, and we're doing full length departure. Now, interestingly enough, then for that we are going to take Sierra. I was going to take Tango, but because we're doing full length, we want to go via Bravo 9. So it's going to be Sierra, not Tango, and yeah, Bravo 9 will be our hold. Full length departure then, and our initial climb will be up to 7,000. We've got that already set. The speed restriction there of 230 knots. Let's just check what S speed is. It's quite close that actually to the takeoff point. We're probably not going to reach that, but let's pre-select anyway 203 just in case. Hey Dr. Magic, good afternoon sir, hope you're well. Right, so that's done, okay, so that's how we're going to fly. Once we've passed that waypoint, then we'll clean up accelerator way. Noise abatement number 2. Initial climb 7,000 as we've said, and the first turn will be a slight turn to the left, and then its main out turn to the right. Transition altitude 7,000 feet. Toga takeoff as well. Can't remember if I mentioned that. I think I did. What else to talk about then? So the emergency brief. So if standard Airbus emergency brief, and if something goes bang after V1, remember it's a very low V1 as well. So I think V1's 113. So after that we are committed. We'll get the aircraft into the air, start the technique, lift and climb at 12.5 degrees pitch, then following SRS. Once we've tidied up the engine, then we're above 2,200 feet. We'll make a left-hand turn to our holding point in SUV, where we'll enter the hold, get ourselves safe 4,000 feet, which is above MSA, and then we'll decide what it is we're going to do. Right, I think that is everything. How are we doing, passengers? We're nearly done. They're slow today. So what I will do as well is we can now load our aircraft. So let's go to the Fenix page. We want mass and balance, and we're going to take, what did I say? We're taking 9.5 tons, aren't we? Go, so 9.5 tons, and let's just load the aircraft. We'll do it instantly because GSX is obviously doing everything else that we need to. Right, so get rid of that, and we can say our refueling's all completed. This snowstorm appears to be getting worse and worse, doesn't it? Refueling's completed. Let's get the pumps on. External power can be disconnected. Everything's running on APU anyway. So let's remove the Tox codes and remove the GPU as well. We're just now waiting for the passengers. Mav UK8 on Twitch, good afternoon to you. Just a final check. Do we have any ATC here? No, we don't know. That's fine. Right, we've got about 15 passengers left to get on board, so whilst waiting for that, then cockpit preparation checklist, aircraft acceptance has been completed. Fuel quantity is 9.5 tons. We've got that all balanced. Seatbelt signs are on, adheres 3 navs, and the barrel ref is QNH1013, set and cross-checked. Do you know what? Let let me go, and I don't need to do it on there, I can do it on here. Let me go into my sim settings and link the QNH, otherwise that's going to be a pain. If I can remember how to do that. There we go, they're linked. Lovely. I do like having the physical tablet. How many people fly with the physical tablet rather than the one in sim? It's quite nice. The only thing I'm concerned of is for some reason my charging cable doesn't seem to be charging it as fast as it's draining the power. So I don't know, must be something wrong with this cable. The other one was working fine, but I needed a longer extension lead to get here. Well, not the systems page. Oh, Cat2, that's fine. Nick on Twitch, do you use a proper tablet rather than the EFB? That's nice. Ah, excellent, we can close the doors. Alright. Ground service, do your thing. David Henry, good afternoon from Manchester. I use the Thrustmaster TPR, the pendular ones.
Welcome on board our Easyjet service.
Ignore that, it's not
Please
Easyjet.
place your large bags into
Definitely
the
not Easyjet.
locker, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
Thanks a lot.
Right, so let's get the ground staff into position. And then I think we'll be ready to go, because we're going to need to de-ice anyway, aren't we? So let's give them a call.
Cabin crew, we're all ready to go, so please arm the doors and cross-check.
Dr. Magic, your TCA captain pack arrives today. That's amazing. I've got a tutorial for you on the channel. I guarantee it's straightforward and easy, but if you do get stuck, you can check that out. Right, prepare for pushback and departure. Yes, we would like de-icing treatment, please. Should we tell the jetway it probably needs to move if they're coming? Is the jetway in the way? Oh no, it's not. Optical illusion. Even says his charger does that. He has a super fast one, but one that also takes forever. Yeah, sadly it's the long cable that seems to be taking forever, which is a bit of a pain. Hey Darkfield, you're over there on Twitch as well. Good to see you, mate. We could have remote de-iced, couldn't we? But no, what the heck. There would have been an advantage actually to remote de-icing. Whilst the de-icing, we could have run the checklists and things. Never mind. Right, company messages come through anyway, so let's just check that against our performance figures. So, takeoff weight 65.5 tons. Yep, that's fine. 130 passengers. And takeoff CFG is 27.7. That's within limits, so no LMCs for us. Everything is still valid. Oh, come on. Where are these de-icing vehicles coming from?
Confirm aircraft is ready for treatment.
Ah, here they are. Okay, so we want pack 1 off, we want pack 2 off, and we also want the ditching button done. And check the... where are you?
We begin treatment now and observe. Fluid type 1. Concentration at...
Did I tell him I was ready?
I will call you back when ready.
Okay, well, anyway, we're a nice sealed aircraft, so off they go. I don't even recall selecting fuel type. I was going to go for fluid type 4, which is that's the green one that we normally use, isn't it? Don't know which one they're using today, but never mind. Can't seem to zoom in on my charts here in on my tablet in Navigraph, which is a bit weird. Oh, never mind. Might as well just welcome passengers on board while we're waiting, hadn't we?
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck this morning, let me welcome you on board this Easyjet aircraft.
It's not Easyjet.
For what we hope is going to be a most enjoyable flight. The weather today doesn't look to be posing much of a problem, so we should
De-icing and anti-icing completed, and the icing code is fluid type 1, concentration at 50%. I am disconnecting. Good day.
I really am lying in this PA, aren't I? I've just told him the weather's going to pose no problems today. Hey DC, good to see you.
Give the cabin crew your full attention as they go through the safety briefing. We very much appreciate it. So on behalf of myself and the first officer, we'd like to say thank you for choosing Easyjet today, and we look forward to giving you a
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Right, so we're still part of the pushback procedure, aren't we? Oh yeah, here we go. Alright, well, let's get on to Unicom 1228.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
And we'll make the call then. Oslo traffic for lane 435, stand 43, pushing back, facing east. Alright, beacon lights on.
Oslo traffic, ICE 738, stand 49, pushback to start facing east.
Transponder, acupressure's good. And the before start checklist. Parking brake is on, takeoff data is confirmed, windows are closed, EFB and phone is on silent flight mode, doors are closed and armed, I think. Verify that on the lower ECAM, yeah, there we go. And the beacon light is on. Okay, releasing parking brakes. You told me to release the parking brakes, did you not? Okay, let's set them again. Alright, they're locking the gear. I misheard. I thought they told me to release the parking brakes. Getting yelled at by GSX. DC, today's your 50th anniversary and she's letting you watch a live stream. That is awesome. God bless her. Congratulations, mate. So tail will be going to the left.
Release parking brakes, please.
And releasing parking brakes. Evan, goodbye mate, thanks for being on board.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
That looked very close.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has now turned off the seatbelt sign and you are now free to move around the cabin. We do recommend, however,
What?
in your seat that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times in case of
Seatbelt sign
unexpected
should be
turbulence.
on.
The toilets are now available. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you could please return to your seats and ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. If you are travelling with an infant, please ensure that they are secured
Ladies and
safely
gentlemen,
using the
we
infant
now ask for
seatbelt
your
provided.
attention.
Oh,
while we
double
take you through
PA.
the safety
That's
procedures
embarrassing
of
for the
our
cabin crew.
A safety card is in your seat pocket, showing the
And
exit
to
route,
the
oxygen mask,
63 Lima,
life
and
jackets,
pushing
and
back from
brace position which you
85,
must adopt if you hear
facing
brace,
west.
brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your
They've even got the right coloured lighting as well. Really good scenery.
Leave all cabin baggage on board.
Alright, JSX, that'll
Your
do.
seatbelt is fastened,
Please set parking
adjusted,
brakes.
Thank you.
and released as shown.
Parking brake set.
It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air
Alright, let's
supply
get these
fails,
engines
masks will drop
started.
from above
So,
you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen.
engine mode
Put the mask over your
selector
nose
to
and mouth.
ignition.
Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust.
Oh, actually, we've just got to wait another minute or so. Oh no, we don't. APU bleeds on. That's fine. Starting engine 1.
Put it over your head.
Another minute or so, then I can get the
Tapes around your
APU
waist.
back to feeding the
Click
cabin
together
with
and
the
pull
packs.
strap to adjust.
I have to leave them
Do
off for
not
5 minutes
inflate
after
it
de-icing,
inside the
otherwise
aircraft.
you get horrible
When
smell in the
outside,
cabin and
inflate by
fumes.
pulling the toggle.
Unlocking
If it
gear.
fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for
Flight Sim, good afternoon to you. Says he loves
We also
Vagar and
carry
the free
flotation
scenery. I've never seen it
children.
before, so it's going to be the first time for me when we get there.
Must now be stowed, armrest down,
Looking
window
forward to it.
blinds open, and seatbelt fastened.
Tow
We
truck
wish you a
disconnected.
pleasant flight
Bypass
with
pin
Easyjet.
removed.
Hey Ace Airstream, good
Left
to see you.
is clear. Right is clear.
If you've enjoyed the stream so far, guys, please do hit that like button. Really helps other people to find the channel as well, and helps promote us, so really appreciate everyone that's gone and done that. It's free as well, of course, which is always a big bonus. Wind looks kind of strong when you look at those snowflakes, doesn't it? Right, engine 1's happy. And engine number 2 starting. Hey Christian, good day to you, sir. Let's get those packs back on. Right, so you're thinking of buying a scenery, which would I recommend? Prague, Manchester or Naples? Probably the one that you would fly the most out of. You want to get value for money, don't you? Prague is amazing, Manchester's amazing, Naples is okay as well. If I had to choose one of those, it'd be Manchester, but purely that's because I live near Manchester, so I know it well and fly out of there quite a lot. Tilt toast, hello, what nice weather. Yes, I know. Real world weather does appear to be working again, yes. So I'm just waiting for engine number 2 to sort itself out. We're blocked in by Dark Fury in the Iceland Air anyway. Is that a 7.3? Dark? There you go. Engine number 2 is happy. So engine mode selector to normal. APU bleed can come off. Anti-ice on. And then we've got the spoilers, rudder, flaps 2. And set the trim. There we go, and the after start checklist. So anti-ice
Oslo traffic.
is
Ice,
on
738.
engines.
We're
Here
going
comes
to taxi now
status.
by limit on Sierra and Bravo 9 hold
Yes,
short,
checked.
19 left.
Pitch trim is 27.7% and the rudder is neutral. Do a flight control check here while stationary.
And Stevens,
Full left.
63 Lima,
Full right.
behind the
Full up.
Iceland Air
Full down.
335
Rudder.
will be taxiing
Full
behind him
right.
and doing 180
Full left.
degrees for
Neutral.
thing. I pushed back the wrong way, sorry.
So that's done, and we'll make the taxi call as well. So we're taxiing via the orange Sierra, holding a Bravo 9. And Oslo traffic, FAROE 435, taxiing out via the orange and then onto Sierra to hold short Bravo 9, runway 19 left. We de-iced on stand, Christian. I was being lazy. The British Airways appears to have taken a wrong turn. Hey, Louis Aviation, good afternoon, mate. Hope you're well. God, look at the snow. Right. Quick PEDS check then. So we've got wet figures, of course, contaminated wet figures for our takeoff. We will be doing a full length departure as well. So Toga takeoff, steady taxi, QNH 1013. Engine out procedure is standard, 2,200 feet, left turn to the holding point, and departure is the at lap 3 Charlie, straight out with a slight turn to the left, noise abatement 2, speed restriction close to our departure, we've got that pre-selected just in case, 230 knots, after which we can clean up, accelerate, and then we'll be climbing initial climb 7,000.
To runway 19 left, 1.19 left, 1 point Bravo 9 for Seabird 63 Lima.
Pod show, is this live weather? It is indeed. Horrible live weather. Loving the reflection on the ground of the British Airways tail. Right, so we're on the orange, left onto Sierra. Let's not get too close to that other aircraft. You know, someone mentioned about the wind being horizontal, the snow rather being horizontal, but that is the direction from which the wind is actually coming from, so that's quite realistic. So that's yeah, that's pretty neat to see. It's good to see now, of course, the wind is coming from behind us, hence the snow is blowing straight over the top of the aircraft. Has it always been like this? I thought I recalled that it made no difference which way the wind was blowing, or maybe that was the rain on the passenger windows, because it used to be that yeah, the rain would just sometimes, even when you were stationary, the wind would not play any effect on precipitation, and the rain would just sometimes climb upwards. Hey Andy, so engine anti-ice is already on. Yep, we've not got the wing anti-ice on for that. What you've been looking at is this little thing here to start getting covered with snow and ice. So how far does this go? Oh, right to the end, to the engine test site on the left. Probably do a brake check as well, actually. Oh, that was neat. Watch the snow. Watch the snow. So it's obviously, you can see it's falling straight down. If I do a brake test, that was awesome. You can just see it. That is brilliant. What happens on the outside? Can I do a brake test while on the outside view? Yeah, you can. And what is really neat is the snow doesn't stop falling, it's just our perspective. That is amazing. Podge, so the TCAS is, yes, that's not on at the moment, but the APU is off.
738, line up with 19 left.
cabin crew, if you could take your seats for takeoff, please.
Had a bit of a moment then when oh, AP, you should be off. Had a bit of a moment then when I couldn't, for some reason, couldn't pan the camera view around. So, given the amount of traffic in front of us, we're going to have loads of time for running the checklists. There we go, and snow's back to coming from the right. I just love the wet textures on the ground in Microsoft Flight Sim.
Oslo traffic, Iceland 738 is departing 19 left on the Atlantic 7 Delta departure.
Oh, it's on a different departure to us. That's fair enough. Right, so even when the British Airways is on, we'll not roll any further than this line here. That's the Cat 2 and 3 holding points. I would imagine they would be in use today. Sean on Twitch, good afternoon to you. Hello, it is indeed heavy snow.
Lima, I will be doing a rolling takeoff for runway 19 left in 1 minute in 1 minute time for Speedbird 63 Lima to do with book disability.
Hey, Alberto says, wow, this is nice weather. It's going to be beautiful at 38,000 feet, I promise. Willie Canuck and the Positive Rate station. Good afternoon, mate. Celebrating 23 months of membership. That is amazing.
Oslo traffic, IS-738 passing 3,000.
Willie, thank you so much for your support over that time, mate. Hope you're well. Great to see you as well. I know our streaming and times don't always match up with your busy schedule, so great to have you here. This is the problem when you've got 3 aircraft all lined up going to the same destination. You have to wait. Otherwise, it gets very messy at the other end.
Lima will be lining up onto runway 19 left for Seabird 63 Lima.
Zoro DK Gaming on Twitch. Oh, mate, that is amazing. Says he's just passed the S2 yesterday, so he's so happy he's currently sat at Copenhagen Tower at the moment. Oh, it's a shame Peter's not here. Yeah, Peter's here. He does it there for real. So, yeah, we'll have to come visit you. He can judge your professionalism. Hey, Willie says a Friday afternoon he can finally join us. Amazing. Right, there's the Cat 2-3 holding point. Let's hold it there. Anyway, taxi checklist. Flight controls have been checked. Flaps setting is config 2. FMA is climb nav blue 152, 7000 blue and toga. Radar predictive wind shear is on. Ecam memo, we've got takeoff no blue. And the EFB is stowed and disconnected. Can't disconnect my real one. The power would go down. I've got a backup one somewhere. I'll see if I can sort that out.
Seabird 63 Lima is departing now runway 19 left, and I will report when passing 3,000 feet.
Christian, member for 23 months, mate. That is amazing. Thank you for your support, mate. And the Q&H has now dropped 1012. Oh, it's getting worse. Makes no difference to our performance. We're going to be departing anyway with with Toga. Right, so British Airways has gone. Let's reset that. Give it 3 minutes. In fact, I think if it's an aircraft going to the same place and the same departure, I think it's 4 minutes. Hey Willie, had a weird one last night. The fly-by-wire went thrust idle on approach when he disconnected the autopilot. Ew. It's only a known issue in the 777 if you've been flying high over Russia for long periods of time. I honestly don't know, Willie. Not had that before. Right, not heard anyone else on frequency, so...
63 Lima is passing, forecasting seats for Viva 63 Lima is climbing to 38 passenger seat for 63 Lima.
Oslo traffic, Fairlane 435, lining up runway 19 left.
19 right.
19 right, that's not going to affect us. Okay, let's get our lights all on and TCAS, T-A-R-A, pack 1, 2, off. Yeah, Nate, plus the backtracking at Vagar. Adds a bit of time, doesn't it? Dark Fury won't need to backtrack, he'll be at the terminal. In fact, to be honest, there's a fair chance we'll all be through the terminal. Hitesh, you need to turn the packs off for a Neo on the dry runway. It's entirely down to airline SOPs. So the SOPs I follow, you turn the packs off just to give engines a bit of performance. Save a bit of wear and tear. Oh wow, it's quite an orange sky as well, isn't it? Right, and that's it. The snow's now blowing towards us. I overshot that centre line quite a bit. Where are you going?
And Viva 63 Lima passing 10 passenger seat now.
Right, that'll do. Oslo traffic, Fairlane 435, departing runway 19 left. So the cabin's secure, takeoff runways full length, runway 19 left, TCAS TRA packs 1 and 2 are off. Let's go. Start the chrono. 50% N1. Engine stable and set takeoff thrust. Mantoga, SRS, runway. Oh, it's wet. Checked. So we've passed V1. Rotate. Snowiest takeoff I've ever seen in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Nav? Definitely flying on instruments. There's no looking out the window today. Thrust climb, climb. Autopilot 1 engaged, pack on. Flaps 1. We're about to pass that speed restriction, so let's push for managed speed. Pass airspeed, flap 0, spoilers disarmed. Burrowsim also agrees this is probably the worst snow he's seen in the sim so far. I mean, it's good, isn't it? Hitesh, yeah, you use the rudder pedals to hold that centre line. It's not that turbulent, actually. Okay, no ATC, let's clear ourselves up. Flight level 250. Standard pressure 250 blue. I'll just pop it in open climb. So, open climb 250 blue. Up we go. I'd love to give you a gorgeous view of the Earth below, but nothing much to see here. 1 hour 45 minutes is our flight time. It looks to be thinning out a little bit now, doesn't it? Just a bit. Hey, not Brandon says he loves the view. It's a bit orange. It's the only thing about our stream today that is. Hi Phil's Entertainment, good afternoon mate, hope you're well. Thanks for joining us. Now I'm fairly confident that if we release the cabin crew they're not going to knock themselves out, because it does look pretty nice and
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your
pretty
seatbelt
nice and
fastened
stable.
while the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time. This includes e-cigarettes.
Okay, so I'm going to get all the lights off. Don't need them anymore. Airpops onto the E-phase, check the progress page, flight level 380, no, not yet, so 360 is going to be available to us. A bit too heavy for the latter, so 360, checked, 360 blue. Yeah, cruise flight level was above maximum flight level, not anymore, clear that. 0 the cost index. Radnar page, we can clear that out. Second flight plan, it's copy the active, we can clear out the alternate because, well, if something goes wrong here, we're not going to turn back around and cross the runway to hold. Andy says the sky is Easyjet livery. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys, if you enjoyed the flight so far. Right, so we're still in the moisture and temperature is still within the icing range, so despite what it says here, leave the ice on. Jim says it's like flying on Mars. Certainly the right colour for it. What I haven't done today is get myself a cup of tea prior to the stream starting, so there's a rookie mistake. I'm going to have to go and sort that out in a bit, aren't I? Right, I'm plugging my tablet back in with the charger that works. Just hang on a second. Oh, there we go. The tablet's now behind me, but it's okay. We don't need it for a little bit. Okay, sting the cabin crew. We'll tell them they can start doing their stuff. The cloud bot is currently open as as well, so you can start getting your drinks orders in, spending your EasyJet points. And of course, when that's on, it means that any donations and support will also give you the EasyJet points as well. Flight Trapster, how does the Fenix compare to the fly-by-wire, or is there no comparison? Oh, there's definitely comparison, but I think I say this all the time if you're familiar with the channel, that if you like the fly-by-wire, you will love the Fenix. Pod, is the pitot heat not on? No, I don't need it. It's automatic in the Airbus. None of that Boeing stuff. So the Airbus has it all automatically turned on for you whenever the engines are on. Bobo, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Right, are we about to break out of the clouds? We might be, you know. We just might be. There we are. 20,000 feet, and we are still in the clouds. Jim, now that birds are online, we're going to get oceanic. Are they? When did they come online? How often is it you see the North Atlantic online? That is very rare, except in in events. Now, the real question is, do we need it? And where would the oceanic clearance actually start? Let's see. What we might do is, because I don't cross the Atlantic on VATSIM. I'm not 100% sure how they work it. So what we're going to do is we'll send them a little message and see if they need it. Still in clouds. This is incredible. Plenty of flight time though today, so it means that you'll means that we've got plenty of time to sit back, chat, relax, and yeah, just enjoy the day. Right, so I've just dropped a little note to the oceanic controls just to see if they're covering as far as us, and whether we will require that Finland that clearance. Because there's some kind of event coming on. I've just seen Denmark control is now online, Finnish control is online, Gander and Shamwick is online as well. $25,000 feet, and I still can't see the sun. temperature range is just moving out of icing range, so we can get the anti-ice off in a moment. And we can see the ground though. Right, so we are going to get oceanic clearance. They will contact us about 5 minutes before we need before we enter the airspace, so we don't actually need to do anything. They will clear us and sort that out. I did say we could give them an entry point time if required, but it's not required by them, so that's fine. I can't recall ever talking to oceanic clearance before. Right, engine anti-ice can come off. It's too cold for icing now. So what I can do now, I can just turn the cabin lights off. That is really neat, being able to do that with the tablet. Very good. Right, just coming back into the chat. Zach saying you realise the power of the A320 when you go over to the 737 because the 737 can't really climb that fast. Martin the Pilot, FS Labs versus the Phoenix. I'd say plus points on both sides, but I have to say it's been a long time since I flew FS Labs. And I probably didn't know then what I know now. So kind of hard for me to compare the two. I don't know if anyone else in the chat has compared the two. Right, it's not getting bumpy, is it? I think we can get the seatbelt signs off and all shall be well. Always good fun when we're flying over the North Atlantic.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has now turned off the seatbelt sign and you are now free to move around the cabin. We do recommend, however, when in your seat, that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times in case of unexpected turbulence. The toilets are now available. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
And Amy says, do I have the icing effect turned off in the sim? Yes, I do. Required for the Phoenix, otherwise the Phoenix can do daft things to you. You did a flight out of Canada last week where it was -19. The icing froze the pitot on the ground, so the speed tape didn't work. Yeah, that will happen on the ground because the pitot only is only automatically heated once the engines are started. Once you're on the ground and if it's cold, then you do need to turn on the probe window heat just there. But that's only used for the ground. Right, I think we're slowly starting to break out of the clouds. Finally, Erez on Twitch. How do you turn off the cabin light without the tablet? I am using the tablet, but I'm using the tablet as in a physical one sat at the side of me. So yeah, if I just turn that on, you can see it's there. So yeah, I was just turning it on and off like that. I need to know how on earth I zoom in on my Navigraph charts though. That's I don't know why that wouldn't let me do that on my tablet, which was frustrating because, well, I'm going to need to get my charts up, aren't I? The approach in should be straightforward anyway. But yeah, can't seem to be able to zoom in for some reason on my tablet. I wonder if it's just an issue with my tablet and the way it works. Hope not. But I don't know what to do to make my chart. Oh, hang on, I've done it. Oh, how many fingers did I use to do that? That's ridiculous. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so it is quite neat this. I'm hoping I can get used to this because now you guys can sort of see the chart as I'm seeing it live on the tablet, and yeah, hopefully that that will work for you. I reckon Fenix need to bring out an app rather than just hosting it in a web browser. But yeah, there's our approach. We come straight in by our rover, just there, and then pretty much at that point, from rover, we're on the localizer. Is it an offset approach, this? Localizer not to be used outside 10 degrees of the side of the approach course. It just didn't look straight in. That is an offset approach? Oh, I can't zoom out now to find out. Oh, come on, tablets, please work. No, it must not be an offset. It just looked there on the picture, right there. It just, for some reason, looked like it was an offset approach, but it's not. Good. Right, still in cloud. Just. We're going to be chasing that sun all the way, aren't we? Flight traps are, yeah, so it's just a web page, so I'm just using an Android tablet. Which for some reason does not want to zoom in and out properly. Might just have to reload the web page. That should solve it, I hope. Finally, we're at the top. A bit of blue sky, Graham, yes. Took long enough, certainly, didn't it? Top of climb then, in about 1,000 feet. Welsh Pilot P, good afternoon, says listening to you while mucking the horses' stables. I know this was actively mentioned a few streams ago, as you always watch YouTube streams but never get the chance to join live until now. Mate, that is amazing. Well, Welsh Pilot P, really glad that you're able to listen to us whilst, do you know, owning a horse is one thing that I have the utmost respect for people that do it, because I could not. One, the expense. And two, the dedication that it needs to look after them. So I take my hat off to you, Welsh Pilot. I'm really pleased that you're able to join us live for the first time. So that is amazing. Well done, and thank you for being here. Nick, you think it's a tablet limitation because you can't zoom either? Oh well, I'll shout at Katie. I'll shout at her later on. Bodge, oh mate, thank you so much for your $10 super chat. He says, hey sunshine. Yeah, not much of it. It's going to be setting soon. Oh, that is amazing, Bodge. Thank you so much for supporting the stream and the channel. And yeah, really do appreciate that. Right, are we at the top of? Are we at the top now? There you go. Put a visor down to celebrate. Yeah. So what are we at? We're at flight level 36, which is what we're going to for the moment. So let's just update 360. We'll get up to 38 a little bit later on then. So 360 and alt cruise now, and TCAS to below. I'll just back update the cost index. Just check out that wind, headwind of 90 knots. 90 knots. How long should this flight take when it's not quite so windy? you just get to see a little bit of the landscape beneath us. Not too much, just a tiny bit. Still, at least we're here.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, you'll be delighted to hear that we're now at our cruising altitude, and we hope to give you nice views throughout the flight as we have good weather ahead and shouldn't be experiencing any turbulence. Of course, this means that you will not spill any of your drinks that you may have from the cabin crew as they begin to start making their way around the aircraft. Could you please ensure that the aisles are kept clear so the cabin crew can offer you their cabin service, which will begin shortly. A reminder that Easyjet single pilot channel members are able to access free drinks throughout the duration of the flight. Thank you, and I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the remainder of the flight.
One of the other things with this, I'm not doing the top of climb checks, I will do in a sec, but one of the other things with this is because I'm completely unfamiliar with this sort of landscape is, if anything went bang now, where the hell would we dive into? Zulu Victor, that's, is that Stavanger, I think? I mean, technically we're only 23 miles away back from Oslo, aren't we? So that's probably a fair shout. Leanne says it's unfair. His housemates gets to fly A320s all the time. He's mostly in the smelly Boeings and the Q400s. Oh. Have you ever landed a Q400 softly?
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages, together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated. And if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Okay, so quick chat on the fuel. We haven't got a fuel leak. Get rid of that, I think. Randy, if Easyjet started buying 737s, would I fly it in the sim? I might be a little bit more inclined to. I mean, they had 737s right at the very, very start, didn't they? Okay, so let me see what weather we've got over in Stavanger. What is it? Echo November Zulu Victor. That is Stavanger, isn't it? Is that right? See, if the clouds thin out, we might get to see lots of goodies in lots of good stuff over the North Atlantic Sea with the Aerosoft North Sea landmarks. But I'm not so sure if that's actually going to happen. So, weather request, light rain, broken 200 feet, overcast 400 feet. Yeah, I'm guessing that's... I think that will also be low visibility procedures there as well. So I think that was one of our alternates, wasn't it? Zulu Victor. Let's see. Yeah, that's an RNAV approach. I wonder what the minimums are there. Betting that might not be doable. Bergen, though. Bergen is ILS, so probably get in there. Inverness is fine. It's windy up at Inverness though. 20 wind's blowing 21 knots. No, 24 knots, sorry, 24. So let's have a look and see what the current state is with regards to landing here at Vagar. So what's our landing weight tip to be? Let's just check the box down here. So go to fuel prediction. We're planning to land with around 5. Can't speak today. 5.1 ton. Let me have a look. The zero fuel weight, which obviously doesn't change unless you throw passengers overboard, is 56.2. Add in 5.1. That gives us a landing weight of 61.3. Okay. Well, if then we're going to be landing 61.3, landing on runway 30. What's the weather? Is it currently drizzling there? Yeah, light drizzle, so we'll pop the runway stopping conditions as good. Apply the METAR. Landing weight of 61.3. Let's be a bit conservative. We'll go 61.5. How does that work out? That's auto brake low, flaps full. Auto brake medium. Max reverse. Max manual. Okay, that's the way it's going to be going then. It'll be auto brake medium, and then with a bit of manual braking thrown in. Auto reverse as well. Definitely flaps full. I don't think flap 3 is going to do us any favours, is it? Then surely they're not that too bothered about noise up there. There's not that many flights in a day. Right. Well, that's our landing calculation done. Nice and early. There's my FO like laser pointers. My FO and the cat. The training captain loves laser pointers. Just realised the Fly Live Studio banner looks a bit weird in the a little bit weird in the stream. Let's see if I can fix that for you. Not sure what's going on there. I think it's because I was messing around trying to get the tablet to be shown. There, I think that's a little bit better. Oh dear, that's not good. Now, successfully connected again. The real question is, does that mean we have lost sort of the Bing authority with the maps down below? That seems to happen to quite a lot of people, doesn't it? It temporarily disconnects you and then you lose everything. Jacob, hello. Am I using live weather? Yep, absolutely. It's definitely live weather. Ace, what of the A320 options do I have set in the Fenix AFB? You just started using the FLS option for the first time, and it looks like a useful feature, but not installed on. You gather it's not wildly installed. No, so FLS, the only time that I guess you could really use that is when you have when you've got a normal ILS approach, but for some reason For instance, the glide slope's unserviceable. If you try and use it any other times, it can potentially be quite dangerous. We've spoken about this before as well on the channel. And totally missed Billy Tats. Thank you for rating us with a party of 5 on Twitch. Good afternoon, everyone. Dark says the Bing data may still be switched off. It might be. Should we have a quick check? Try and do this as quick as I can. Is it on data? Bing data? Yeah, there you go. Bing data. Apply and save. How long does that turn to take to turn back on? Come on, we're on VATSIM. Anyone watching us on radar, we've just paused in midair. Captain Q says, I've just reactivated my VATSIM account. Are there any rewards you can achieve? Not that I'm aware of. Oh, come on, how long does this take? There we go. Right, go back and resume. Yeah, Christian, the online server just kicked us off for some reason. We've got a message. Let's check this out. Send the delay code for 8 minutes. Alright. Let's have a look at what's our delay code, what we're going to use today. Captain forgot his tea. Departure runway change? No. En route slot delay, ATC startup, tug broken, jetway broken, stairs broken. Fueling, defueling, inbound flight, self-maneuvering stand, other. OTH. OTH. And 8 minutes. There we go. Send that off. Right, let's do a fuel check. So we're going to be passing FLS. Let's see what we've got. Let's get the operational flight plan up. So what extra did we take? We should have had... Oh, the flight plan had us taking 7.7 tons. We loaded 1.8 tons extra. There's a contingency as well of 0.2. So yeah, we've got 2 tons of extra fuel on board. We're just passing FLS, which is Friesland. So we should have 5134. We should have had about 7.1 tons. See what we've got. 7.3. We're still a couple of miles out, but yeah, that's fine. That works. Brian says it's annoying when the server disconnects but you're on the ground and the world disappears. Oh yeah, we've had that happen to us before as well, haven't we? In where were we? Prague, I think it was. Yeah, Prague, that happened. There was no... The problem is, alright, these bugs may take place. You might get disconnected for whatever reason. Yeah, anything can happen. Server outage for a moment, etc. But don't let it ruin the flight. There must be a way to... Because when that happened to me, there was no way you could get it back. You know, that was it. Game over, so to speak. You had to restart everything. And it was just a pain. You don't want to have to do that. Verb, good old bro and tablets. I know. I just can't see the message I sent. Easy to hit the wrong key in this thing. I need a physical McDo, that's what I need. It'd be so much quicker and easier. So we're just about to leave the coast of Norway now, I think. I don't think we can see it. Nah, far too cloudy. I'm kind of gutted. It would have been lovely to see the Norwegian coastline. But there you are. Bus driver, yeah, real pain when it does this. Seems to happen a lot at the moment, indeed. Again, it's one of those things we just hope they fix soon. Right, is that a contrail out in front of us? Or is it a mark on my window? I think it's a mark on the window. These windows are very, very dirty. Hey Libby, thank you so much for subscribing. Happy Friday to you. Can we get any higher yet? Not yet. Huggy Freestyle, flying to Copenhagen on Scandinavian 789. Is that a real flight number? So, if we just pop on the Terran radar display, so we can see we've got the coastline of Norway just round here. We've then obviously got the British Isles down here. In terms of our closest viable airport, at the moment it's probably Bergen, isn't it? What is the weather doing at Bergen? I think it was meant to be okay, Bergen. Hey Graham, how do you know we can't get to flight level 380? Well, realistically we can, but our maximum is flight level 385, and ideally it's advised to stay within about within 1,000 feet of your recommended maximum altitude. So won't be long, then we can get up there. We just need to burn off a bit more fuel. Right, what's happening at Bergen then? So, ooh, that's windy. Visibility 8 kilometers. Light rain drizzle, broken 500. Tempo 4,000. Rain drizzle. Again, misty. Broken 300. Wind at 1,200 feet is gusting 51 knots. Wow. What's the runway configuration like at Bergen? What runway direction was it? 260. Oh, that is a stupid crosswind. We can't land there. That's out. Gusting 51 knots, and that's almost an that is almost a 51 knot crosswind. Well, we're not permitted to do that. So, if something goes bang, Bergen's off limits. I think we'd be going back to we would be going back to Oslo, wouldn't we? Perhaps in a few more miles in Venice makes more sense. So Bergen's 8 miles behind us. Where's that? Is that Sonheim? I don't know much about that airport. Dark Fury says F454 took off in that. They can't have done. It must have been, you know, the wind must have been sort of because that was a tempo. I'm presuming they didn't take off when it was like that, because that... Oh, that's not allowed. Anyone know the crosswind wind takeoff limit for this aircraft I'm flying now? The what engines have we got? Not the Neo. Yeah, so the what's the crosswind limit for the A320 CFM? Sean Duff, good afternoon. Time we're going to get in just after 5 o'clock. That's okay. Yeah, what's the crosswind takeoff limit then for this one? Leanne, Flight Radar 24 has an A320 landing there right now. What, seriously? Right now? In a 51 knot crosswind? That sounds like a daft move. Don't know if this is going to work. Let me try it. Hang on. Ah, it's nice having the tablet on stream. Oh, what's my boy done? I can tell he's had his hands on this because he's changed the settings so that they've got all the the liveries on. Yeah, can I get the... Does this give you the weather? Oh, I have to sign in, I think, to get the weather. Oh, so that aircraft just landed, has it? Anyone else coming in? Where's the Norwegian going? Oh, he's coming in. Oh. We'll have to keep an eye on. Have to keep an eye on him, see if he lands. Oh, those clouds look neat. Yeah, no, you can't see the top of the tablet. It's just the way that's set up. Sean Duff says the crosswind takeoff is 38 knots for the Neo, same for the CEO. Right, okay, well, I'm going to give you a clue. It's not the same. So for the CEO, so like the Phoenix aircraft, your crosswind limit takeoff is yeah 38, but the Neo is not as high. The Neo is only 35. Liam, the Microsoft Flight Simulator weather is a bit crazy. What did it... Oh, hang on. Get back in the flight deck. What did those winds say? And more importantly, when were they reported? That was 1550. Oh, 20 minutes ago. So that's saying 240, 18 knots, gusting 29. Because this information that you've seen here is nothing to do with Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is pulled in from a server somewhere. Ace Airstream, returning to FLS. Yeah, it'll handle the ILS approaches lockout, but also give ILS guidance for other approaches, things like RNAV, VOR, etc. It's an improved final lap mode as well. Alright, Airstream, I'm going to give you a reducing pilot workload. Let me give you a scenario. So, let me grab Navigraph and where is it? I can't think of the ICO code I wanted to think of. There we go. Alright, let's say you're coming into Dalaman on runway 19. So obviously got an RMP, yeah. RMP approach, runway 19. So, let's say you decide to use this one instead. Is it Dalaman I'm thinking of? Can't recall if it is or not. Dalaman got the offset approach. It's got the offset RNAV. Right, okay, yeah, so it is this one. Okay, let's say you're coming in on this approach, but you instead decide that you are going to do an FLS approach for this this arrival into runway, what is it, 19. What is the danger? There's a big one. In theory, FLS sounds great. And for instances where the glide slope's out, yeah, it is. But what is the danger? I'll leave this on. I'll leave this on on screen for a moment. Ashley 78. Holy cats! Just seen the wind for Vagar. I daren't check it. Sean says he went into the Microsoft Flight Sim forum yesterday. It's a known issue that we're going to try and sort out with the Azure server to try and fix the disconnecting. Yeah. Right, let's get rid of that. Answers on a postcard. Those clouds do look very nice, don't they? Oh, that's relaxing for a Friday afternoon. So actually, what is the wind doing in Vagar? Like I said, I don't want to check. If all goes wrong, this is Dark Fury's flight, and at least I'm not wrecking my Easyjet aircraft because, well, we're not flying Easyjet today. Nice to have something different on stream for a change. Nice Atlantic Airways livery. You can tell it's windy as well. Look underneath the aircraft fuselage of where the sun's shining onto the ground, and the ocean, the water down below looks very, very ripply, very bobbly. That's quite a nice little screenshot picture there, isn't it? That looks beautiful. Still don't know if we can see anything on the ground. Someone mentioned about loads of helicopters in the North Atlantic, the North Sea at the moment. Well, not in the North Sea, but yes, yeah, there's just constantly oil rig things going off there. In fact, there's something down there. Look, can't tell what that is. Yeah, so Brian Dark, you've pretty much got it covered. Yeah, the FLS just draws a straight line out from the runway threshold at a 3-degree angle. Does it care if there's terrain between you and that line? No. So that example that I gave you there, So yeah, that example I gave you there, it would just draw a straight line out. If I do this as much as I can, and look, it goes right over the top of this little peak here at 2,877 7 feet. Well, that's about, what, how many miles away is that? That's about 10 miles away. 9-10 miles away, so you're going to be at about 3,000 feet ish. That doesn't give you much clearance, does it? So yeah, FLS is great in theory, but lots of caution needs to be taken. Dark Fury, is Vagar a free... Is it handcrafted in the simulator? I didn't know that. I've downloaded the freeware one. Does that mean I'm going to have double runway? Hope not. Burasima, thanks for the latest meta of Vagar. What we got? Wind 260 at 33. Drizzling overcast 1700, temperature is 8, QNH 1005. Ooh, yeah, okay, that's windy. Still Cat 1 though. Still Cat 1. The sun sets there in around 45 minutes as well, so I think it's going to be technically dark when we get there. Just to add a bit more fun. It'll be fine. Erez, is there an app to make any high quality screenshots in Microsoft Flight Simulator? Not that I know of. Just having a look to see if the Atlantic controller is on. Yeah, he's still online, so that's good. Oh, look at that, Oslo ATC has now come on, I think. Shame we're not there for it. I don't know if there is an event going on or something today, but it is weird to see all the North Atlantic ATC on, and Finland was on earlier as well. Denmark. Dark, have you got pinged? That's fine. Good for you. Get my response ready. Let me know what time we're estimating being where. What we can do then is we'll get ourselves turned on here as well. So if we go to ATSU, ATC, connection, notification, and we are Echo Golf Golf X-Ray. And if we notify them that we're near. I'm not sure where the entry point is. Does it tell us on the... it should tell us on the operational flight plan, I think. Hang on, let me have a look. Oh, the only problem when I'm using the tablet is I keep opening the wrong apps. Right, let's see if operational flight plan tells us. Hey Mike, says, can I ask, been watching the Fenix A320 setup tutorials, however when programming the McDo the approach listed in the Simbury flight plan didn't appear in the McDo. It may be, depending on how old the tutorial is, the flight, the waypoints and the approach routes have changed somewhat. They change every month. So, it is a possibility. Right, okay, the Reykjavik flight information region, or bird, is at is it Golf 3? Is that right? Is that a... Well, it's definitely by the time... It's after... Oh, sorry, it's on the Airway Golf 3, that's right. It's after Valde at Connie, so in about... won't be too long. Won't be too long, about five minutes or so. In fact, he has just given us a ping to contact them, so let's go do that, which is 1197. Reykjavik Control, good afternoon. Farland 435, flight level 360, currently estimating Valde at 1626.
Farland 435, Reykjavik Control, Squawk 2355, report request.
Squawk 2355 and Mach 0.76, please, for Farland 435.
Line 221, roger, break, Farline 435, great. Farline 402, fly heading 0, correction 100 degrees.
Y100, flying 402.
November 1 Whiskey Papa, you are radar identified, continue via Mike Yankee Rossi, India November Golf, Nasu, maintain flight level 430.
Mike Yankee Rossi, India November Golf to Nashville, level 430, Mach decimal 82, November 1 Whiskey Papa.
I think that's an oil rig down there.
Control for line 1402, so we are on heading 160, request proceed direct Madrid.
Farline 1402, route direct to Magni, when ready, descend flight level 100.
Direct Magnet, descend flight level 100 when we are ready. For line 1402, thank you.
Farline 1402, yeah, apologies for the headings, it's just to remain spacing between you and the other company traffic.
Jim, Valde is the entry point, of which we're about 5 minutes away, which is when he said he was going to contact us, so that...
Farline 402, route
that's
direct
right.
to Victor Golf 930.
Victor Golf 930, flying 4.
So let's start looking at this approach then. The approach literally is a straight in approach, so we come in and our last waypoint in the flight plan is Robert.
Player 221, report ready for descent.
And if we're about 4,000 feet at Robert, that works for us.
03, wind 2303, 29 knots, 39 knots, runway 19 clear.
Although actually we don't need to be 4,000 feet because we're going to be quite high if we're at 4,000 feet at that point.
Starting 03, roger. Go around and fly runway heading, climb at altitude 3.
Yeah, that makes more sense. So rubber 221 and then start to drop down our speed. 180.
To Fenix A6 Charlie flight level.
Red nav page, see what we've got here.
Fenix 6 Charlie, Reykjavik control score 2357, report.
Victor Golf NDB.
2357, currently on descent, but 0.79.
And we've also got
the wrong tag. You can continue descent flight level 1.
Mike Fox as well. Is that Mike Fox?
What runway and approach would you like to use in Vagar?
No. Mike Yankee, which is the far side.
Descent 100 was currently set up for 1 week.
Wing Flights, mate, thank you for your channel membership. Welcome to the First Officers Group. Make sure you get yourself into the Members Lounge if you're on our Discord.
There is currently traffic on the ILS runway 30. There's also 2 other aircraft inbound from the west and northwest respectively, similar distance. Just to remind us, the Vagar approaches outside the control airspace.
Yeah, just listening to air traffic control there to make sure that
we've done a little bit of that.
get a bit of situational awareness. So on runway 30, how far have we got to go? Oh, that's the wrong code. Try again. $216 miles to run.
Player 221, descent flight level 100.
5.2 tons. That's okay. That means that our performance is still valid for the landing.
Left turn heading 090.
Right, let's put in the weather then. Let me get the weather on the tablet and then we'll enter it in. So latest weather for Vagar is
Airline 402. Just to confirm, you are clear to descend flight level 100.
From now, descending level 100 for line 4, the return we have cleared.
Airline 402, roger, thanks. Got a little bit scared you thought you went down.
right. Here we go. Got it. So it is currently. Oh my god. 270 at 24. And it's gusting 34 knots. Visibility is fine. QNH is 1.
Power line 459, regular control score 2360, report requested.
Talking 2360, taking
and temperature is 8 degrees. That's quite warm. Minimums.
Power line 459, roger. You are cleared to Vagar via Gunpla and Robot.
680.
Roger, cleared to Vagar, Gunpla and Robot, maintaining flight level 340, Macros 479.
Okay, so the box is set up.
Power line 459, Reba. Correct, break, ISS 738, when ready, descend flight level 100.
It's not obviously the Atlantic ATC online, but when they are online, they must be very busy because there's always quite a lot of aircraft there. James Mitchell, good afternoon, sir. Hope you're well. You've been creating your own recordings for self-loading cargo, but what effects did I use? I have some software which is absolutely nothing to do with Flight Simulator, which enabled me just to add that sort of like telephone static effect onto it. There's probably some free ones that you can download as well on the internet somewhere. So yeah, have a download and see what you can find with regards to that. Okay then, let's do the arrival brief while we've got plenty of time. So, weather for our arrival, as we just said, wind 270 at 24, gusting 34. Not good. It's okay. It's within limits, but it's going to be a windy landing. As we come in, that means we've got a strong crosswind coming in from the left-hand side as we come into land.
Crosswind should start descending to
it's also
36,000 feet.
Raining, light drizzle,
63 Lima.
and overcast at 1,900 feet. Visibility though below the cloud layer should be fine. Aircraft is still fully serviceable, nothing's broken, no times for the arrival today, although I'm not sure they're providing a certain type of aircraft fuel. Hope it's not the kind we need. Threats to be aware of: unfamiliarity, we don't know it. Brand new to us.
03, turn left heading 0,
obviously
350 degrees. Apologies.
Terrain as we come into land, we can see we've got terrain to the north, directly to the north.
03, if you prefer,
safe to the
would
south.
you like to re-establish via Elven for the procedure, or would you like that?
And we've got a go around which keeps us down this little valley here. So yeah, big threats of the hills and the mountains, etc. to the north. The northeast.
Calling 03, roger.
However, the biggest threat is of course the wind, crosswind. So that's the main feature of our landing scenario that we've got today. We've also got air traffic control helping us as well, so that's nice. We're expecting the ILS Zulu approach, no start, but coming in via Robert. And we've got
Caroline 402, cleared descent below control airspace. Radar service is terminated.
So, transition altitude is
multiple
7,500
from
feet.
multiple directions into Vagar at the moment, so if you can just keep a good look out. I'll keep providing traffic information.
MSA, as we're coming, it's 36, then 29.
Caroline 402, we show the best.
Caroline 402 negative, remain with me. It's just outside controlled airspace, so no radar service.
Our minimums are 680.
And Caroline 402, just to confirm that, so because you're cleared descent below control
ILS
airspace,
is
your discretion.
Mike Fox.
Okay, descent via
Inbound course 305. And airfield elevation is 235.
Caroline 1402, company traffic just descending.
Sorry, I'm listening to air traffic control as well.
5 miles
missed approach
to the
is
west of Magny.
out on localised 1 mile ILS, sorry,
descending
0.1 mile ILS
into,
DME.
same procedure
And a
as
left
you.
turn with
You
max
are
speed
cleared to descend
185
below controlled airspace.
and climbing
Radar service terminated.
3,700 to join the holding
Stay with
at
you.
Mycomb.
Thank you for information about traffic. Now we're descending to flight level 100 for line 140.
3.5 degree descent
Channel 6
angle,
Charlie,
so
you cleared descent below controlled
steeper
airspace.
than
No
normal.
radar service, remain with me, and
a short runway. Should have mentioned that as a threat actually. Yeah, it's a shorter runway. And
5 miles
it's
to the
also
west
a narrow
of
runway. Let's just get up
Vagar, also coming in. I think you'll be ahead.
the details of it. Where is it?
What course am I looking for?
Yeah, it's only 30 metres wide, so
Channel 6 Charlie.
narrow and 3.5 degree descent path. So we're going to flare early.
Channel 6 Charlie, roger. Report fully established.
And then we need to
Report
backtrack
localised.
runway 12.
Report localized established.
Caroline 402 traffic information.
Not too
is
much
a
in the way of
757
parking either. There's only 5
on
parking
extended
spaces.
left base, approximately 5 miles to the south of the localizer path. You are number 2 to him.
We've already said as well we're going to use auto brake medium. So get that one. Weather, wind and turbulence.
Skylink 03, descend altitude 2,000 feet. Skylink 03, new QNH for Captain Vic 90901 hectopascals.
Oh, it's going to be bumpy. Oh, this is neat.
Fenix 408.
So we're on runway 30.
2 kilo arrival, runway 19. When ready, descend flight level 100.
Atlantic kilo, runway 19, when ready, platform 100.
Category M. What on earth does that refer to? We're definitely not category M. Oh wow, they have a turbulence warning
Lost
system.
station, say again.
Oh wait, category. Got you. Medium.
Player
Thank you.
221, you are cleared descent altitude 5,000 feet, QNH. Stand by for QNH.
If the wind at Skid is reported as
Player
variable,
221, apologies for that. Descent altitude
more than 20
feet,
degrees.
QNH 9 and 9 at 2 hectopascal.
I don't think it was. Let me have a quick look. Find the tablet back up again. The wind at
Player
Skid
221, Roger, you're
is
descending into, correction, you're descending out of controlled airspace, so you can continue at your own discretion, report
280
a localizer
at
established.
31. So it is strong enough.
Speedbird 63 Lima.
Yes, the
Turn
wind is a
right,
westerly
heading
wind,
360
280.
degrees.
Hey, perfect pilot. Is RAM or CPU more important for Microsoft Flight Simulator? Probably CPU.
That's a right turn 360 degrees.
Turn right heading 360 degrees for Speedbird 63 Lima.
ICE 738, descend now, flight level 250.
Descend flight level 250, ICE 738.
So, southwesterly winds exceeding 27 knots, northeasterly winds exceeding 37 knots, measured on the runway W12 or W30, are strong indicators of severe turbulence on departure from 12 and approach to 30. Right.
Speedbird 63 Lima, descend flight level 340.
Well, make sure your seatbelts work.
Charge, should we stay at 100 or descend?
Skylink 0310, left heading 220 degrees, cleared ILS, runway 19, a report localizer established. Speedbird 63 Lima, descend flight level 3, correction, you can now descend flight level 320.
Together with drinks and snacks from the
Descend to flight level 320 for Speedbird 632 Lima.
or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we could be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Hello, Eastbirds, how are you? The casino's open, as clearly you know.
Speedbird 63 Lima, the heading was 360 degrees, I currently have you flying 020.
So,
Fenix 6 Charlie established.
what are we now, about
Fenix 6 Charlie, Roger, no traffic to
60 miles from
report
top of
vacated to
descent.
the wind, 270 degrees, 24 knots, gusting 34 knots.
We've done our brief. The box is set up.
Caroline 402, traffic ahead, just established on the localizer, runway 30.
Brief the weather.
Report localizer established yourself.
It's going to be windy, coming in via rub air. 180. Flaps 3 would be great for these winds, but
Player 221, Roger.
I don't think we can get in.
Variable 2 knots, runway 1, correction,
can
runway
we?
3.
Or can we? What would predicted? What's our landing weight going to be? Let's have another calculation. So fuel weight is 56.2 plus 5.3, 61.5.
You were 63 Lima, you were directly above another aircraft, so I'm just trying to get some separation. You can continue the heading now, left 280 degrees.
Let's see.
Left heading 280 degrees, thank you very much for calling me, and left heading 280 degrees,
it's raining, so we'll go braking action.
738, you can continue descent flight level 100.
65. Let's go 65.7 just to be safe, conservative. Let's apply that METAR.
Descent to flight level 250 for
runway 30. Medium auto brake.
435, when ready, descend flight level 100.
When ready, descend flight level 100 for Fairline 435. Not just yet. So that's max reverse, medium auto brake, flaps 3.
Walker 1092.
Max manual.
Control, you're on frequency.
That's still going to be tight. It is going to be a manual landing. 12 knot crosswind.
For line 1402, go ahead.
Stand by.
That's flaps 3. We see. Still says we can make it, just.
1402, correction, 402 request right orbit.
What I might do is just add
Fairline 1402,
5 knots to that.
To your discretion.
Right, I'm adding 5 knots to that.
Fairline
143.
1402, as looks like 2 aircraft now approaching on the localizer. Are you visual with those traffic?
I'm going to go flaps full because it just means we're going to be.
ICE 738, you are clear to descend below controlled airspace. Remain with me on the frequency.
Better chance of getting in and stopping at the end of the runway without falling off the other end.
Traffic, 2 aircraft on the localizer, 1 aircraft on a left base runway 30.
Reykjavik control for line 1402.
Alexander, the Phoenix landing calculation is full, so I was able to stop before the taxiway on runway 30, even if it said I would. Even if it said I would overrun. We've got to remember, Alex, it's a conservative
Link 03, the
landing calculation, so
26 knots, gusting 38 knots, runway 19 clear to land.
It tells you what you should be able to. It tells you what you should plan for,
making right orbit on the Victor Golf,
not where you're exactly going to land.
Fairline 402, roger.
Iceland 738, ICE 738, apologies.
ICE 738, descend flight level 100.
Descend flight level 100, then can you repeat the previous message as it was blocked by communication?
No, ICE 738, apologies, actually, you can continue descent below controlled airspace. Remain with me on this frequency, and there's currently 2 aircraft on the localizer runway 30, no other traffic to affect at the moment.
It does sound busy, doesn't it?
No worries, we'll descend below controlled airspace. And stay on frequency and advise for traffic. ICE 738.
Ravilla, how many kilometres above the clouds are we? I have no idea.
Seabird 63 Lima, route direct Connie, and you can continue descent flight level 100.
Route direct to Connie, and so you can continue descending to flight level 100 for Seabird 63 Lima.
What's everyone got lined up for the weekend then? Anything fun? I'm just thinking actually I won't have any streams all weekend, which isn't unusual, I know, but there definitely won't be any streams this weekend because I'm working away, so that'll be fun.
Next 258, forward fuel, Hotel 360, inbound, Baraku.
Fenix 25, uniform, Reykjavik, control, hello, Squawk 4.
Fly Stevie and Riddimunder Player. Thank you for the follow on Twitch, guys.
Squawk 4117 and it's maximal 0 next to facing zone.
Fenix 25 uniform, roger, oceanic clearance to Keflavik via Ratsu and Asrun, maintain flight level 360, Magda.
Clouds do look a little thinner down there actually, don't they? We've just got to break through this top cloud layer and then we'll see what's waiting for us. Further down.
Maintaining flight level 360 at Mach decimal 80, oceanic stop working from.
Oceanic 25 uniform, rebank, correct.
Flytraps is spending the weekend packing for his next flight in an Airbus. A real one or a virtual one?
Walker 109 Reykjavik control score 4132.
The answer is he's got his landing light switches box actually made, no more need for clicking on the mouses. Mouses? Mice. Does that work with the Phoenix though?
Keflavik via Baslu. Maintain flight level 450, Mach decimal 80.
Hey Matthew Presley, good afternoon, mate.
Correct, and you are
unless I get the profit sharing checks, he'll always approach with flaps full. What does he get if he saves money? Unless he gets some of it.
Fairline 402, roger.
What about when it's really windy? Mind you, what are you on now? You're on the 7.6 now, aren't you, Matthew? It's probably not as affected quite so much as my little 320. Right, we're heading down probably in about 15 miles. We'll start that descent.
Player 221, taxi discretion. Thanks a lot.
Oh, that's the first time I've heard someone flying the play livery on VATSIM. They're a nice Atlantic airline, aren't they?
Fenix 408, descend altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 10. Correction, 991 hectopascals.
991 hectopascals, that's low. Alright, let's start our way down flight level 100. Matthew says if it's really windy, you want the flaps full because it keeps the engine spooled up more. Nice to have them spinning as fast as possible in those conditions. That's interesting because it's the other way around here on the Airbus. Flaps 3 and that extra little bit of extra speed just gives you a bit more stability in those winds.
You're 1 o'clock and you're on the IS 0
Hey Sean, no issues with regard to the weather. It's been there all the way. Keflavik control, Fairline 435 is now leaving flight level 360 for flight level 100.
Fairline 435, roger, thanks.
Reykjavik, hello, it's EG62 Charlie Mike, flight level 360.
Okay, and descent 100 blue.
EG62 Charlie Mike, related to control, hello, squawk 4113, report requested MAC number.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck once again, you will be delighted to hear.
Squawk 4113 and MAC number is decimal 80, EG62 Charlie Mike.
If you could please make sure that all the aisles are clear and the cabin crew are...
EG62 Charlie Mike, thanks very much. You are cleared destination Keflavik via Ratsu and Asrun, maintain flight level 360, Mach decimal 80.
Please note, however, that the toilets will shortly go out.
Okay, to Keflavik via Ratsu and Alden and maintain Mach decimal 80, EG62 Charlie Mike.
EG62 Charlie Mike, correct. Break. Chanex 25 uniform radar identified.
And it's type VK.
Don't really need me to sit here and narrate too much when you've got ATC.
Chanex 6 Charlie, roger, standard choice. Break. Fairline 402, runway 30 is free. The wind 270 degrees, 24 knots, gusting 34 knots.
Gusting 3-4 knots, good fun.
ICE 738, traffic short final runway 30, no other traffic to affect, QNH 1005.
Roger, affirmative, we'll keep high on traffic at QNH 1005, thank you, ICE 738.
Stewart 63 Lima, QNH 1005.
QNH is 1005 for Stewart 63 Lima.
Starlink 03, thanks a lot, apologies for the delay, it's been a little bit busy.
What's that temperature? Do we need anti-ice on or not? No, it's like minus 67. Oh no, it's not. It was a 2. 61.
435. Report indicated airspeed.
And Fairline 435 is showing Mach 74.
Frontline 435, sorry, your indicated airspeed, please.
Currently 255 knots for Fairline 435.
Frontline 435, reduce speed 240 knots.
Reduce speed 240 knots, Fairline 435.
Frontline 435, there's other traffic. He's descending below controlled airspace now. He's 15 miles off your 2 o'clock. Also, he's number 3 in the queue into Vagar, you're number 4.
Roger, thank you for the info, Fairline 435.
Yeah, Fairline 435, you can now descend below controlled airspace, remain this frequency, radar services terminates.
Continuing descent, and we shall remain on frequency, Fairline 435, thank you.
Fairline 435, and also your speed is at your discretion now, but I would recommend staying slower just to give the aircraft ahead some space.
Roger, we'll remain 240 knots then, Fairline 435, thank you.
ED62 Charlie Mike radar identified.
Matthew 767 is such an overpowered monster at landing weight. It's flown out empty a few times, it'll get
Fairline
airborne.
459, when ready, descend flight level 100.
In 2,500 feet.
When ready down to 100.
So in those winds, if you need to get out to dodge it, it'll do it with ease. Fair enough. I know literally zero when it comes to the performance of the 767.
Blue scan 21 kilo, request 2 minutes out of cockpit.
Blue scan 21 kilo, that's approved, report back.
Wilco, thank you.
Chanix 4089, route direct Eltham.
Hey, Fly Trap Sir, thank you for following, mate. Why did we decide to do this flight today, Dark? It's all your fault. For anyone that doesn't know, this is a requested flight from channel member Dark Fury, which is why we're headed here today. Strangely
Walker
enough,
1092, go ahead.
can't see any traffic on the TCAS system, which is strange. They normally show.
Walker 102, question 1092, yeah, no problem, just let me know which one you'd actually like to reduce to, there's no conflict with that.
Okay, we get the 725, the arrival
Dark says we had all week to do it.
No problem, Mac decimal 70.
I've chosen the best day. Not so sure. Best day for people watching, I'm sure. I can see you all sat there with popcorn rubbing your hands together waiting for us to skid off the runway somewhere. Jim, is TCAS still in above? No, it should be set to below. Yeah, it's set to below. Interesting. Normally works. It's not going to work in plan mode, but...
ICE 738, traffic that was landing appears to have disconnected, so runway 30 is free. No traffic to affect, the wind 270 degrees, 24 knots, gusting 34 knots.
Roger, thanks for information. We'll direct straight into our 30 and ICE 730. 738, sorry.
ICE 738, report localizer established.
So that's Dark Fury, sounds like he's on the finals then.
3 Lima, traffic ahead of you, 12 o'clock, 19 miles is routing for the ILS from 830.
Super, copy that, 2 o'clock, 19 miles ahead of you, is established for ILS for 304, Seabird 63 Lima, copy that.
Actually, looking at what I can see in front of us, the weather visually looks better than I expected. Might just be a wind issue that we need to contend with.
Blue skin 2-1 kilo is back.
Blue skin 2-1 kilo, roger.
Look at that headwind though.
And Seabird 63 Lima, just confirm QNH is 1005 for my destination for Seabird 63 Lima.
Seabird 63 Lima, correct.
Eastbird, you're finally on the train home. Is that you done now for the weekend?
Line 459, you cleared descent below controlled airspace, radar services terminates, remain this frequency, the QNH 1005.
Dark Fury, your camera crew's brought you a cup of tea. Oh.
Roger, radar services terminated, remain the frequency.
Tell her she needs to come and sort my flight deck out with tea.
1005, thank you.
What a gorgeous time of day to land. Straight after this, need to walk the first officer and pick the kids up. Very pink.
Ladies and gentlemen, take full advantage of your tax-free allowances today and make some amazing savings with our boutique range. In your in-flight brochure, you'll find details of our award-winning selection of gifts, most with massive discounts, some of which are exclusive to you as an Easyjet customer. Make the most of your opportunity to shop and save from the comfort of your seat. If you'd like to see any products, have any questions, or would like to make great savings, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
I'm trying to see if the ocean is white capping away. Looks all right at the moment. Oh wow, how's that look? There you go. There's a view for a Friday afternoon. Eham, good evening, sir. You're on board for the landing. You might not want to be. And Eastbirds is spreading champagne around everyone. Dead Sausage 16. Will it be a positive landing rate? It will. Oh, I see. Sorry, you're asking, is a positive landing rate rare? No. If you're talking about sort of like an FPS giving you a plus 20 or something, that's not rare. That's just unreal. But if you're asking if today I am going to slam the aircraft into the ground, then more than likely yes. Two reasons. One, it's very windy, and two, it's also wet and a short runway, so we want to get positive contact and stop that aircraft. Mona Lima, hello, how are you? Happy weekend for you. Does look nice, that. Right, so the platform altitude, tell you what we'll do, let's go on our fixes page, and then if we pop in Echo Kilo, Victor, Golf, runway 30, put a radius ring of 12 miles out, that's where we'll be in our platform altitude. That's 4,000 feet just there, so we can tailor our descent to meet that. Hey Captain 79, how you doing, mate? Happy Friday. Says first time on an A320 Neo today. Oh, in real life. How was it? Enjoy it? Was it as good as the fly-by-wire? Right, this may be the last chance you get, guys.
4089,
So,
descend altitude 3000.
please do hit that like button for a Friday afternoon.
Zulu approach, runway 19.
We've been live now for, what, 2 hours, 40 minutes? So, really appreciate that. That sunset is stunning. Right, what's that? We've got an aircraft behind us, but he's 4,000 feet beneath us. Looking at that, he's about 20 miles behind us, so that's okay. Can't see any other aircraft ahead of us now on TCAS, so I am now going to increase our speed. Let's go 270. Keep that separation going. Oh, hang on. What's that down there? Is that another airline? He wasn't on TCAS a minute ago. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Might roll that back. I wonder why not everything's coming up on TCAS. Let's check VAT view out and see who's around and where they're going and what they're doing. Right, everyone, time to strap in. It's time to start concentrating, I think, as we get closer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you could please return to your seats and ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. If you are travelling with an infant, please ensure that they are secured safely using the infant seatbelt provided. The toilets will now go out of use until the fasten seatbelt sign is turned off. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
Alright, so the aircraft in front of us is currently doing only 207 knots. Wow, that's slow. Okay, I need to wind that back. I really need to wind that back. Not sure if Speedbird 63 Lima is on frequency or on the stream, but yeah, we really need to be doing about 240, 250 knots that far out. It's going to be a very, very slow approach for you if that's the case. Hey Dr. Magic, has anyone tried VAT glasses? I've never even heard of that before. Is it any good? Whoa, wind. Good job we turned the seatbelt signs on.
Easy 62 Charlie might request a short break from the flight deck, please.
Easy 62 Charlie Mike, please report back.
We'll go 62 Charlie.
Hi sir, 738 is now established on the log flight 430.
Is 738, roger. Runway 303, we're 270 degrees, 22 knots, gusting 37.
Right, so let's set our platform altitude. So that's going to be 4,000 feet, local QNH 1005. So we're currently still in descent, 4,000 below. So the approach checklist.
738, new QNH 1006.
Oh, there we go, 1006.
QNH now 1006, thank you.
Approach checklist, bar FQNH then 1006.
63 Lima, QNH 1006.
Signal signs are on, minimum 680, auto brake medium, AFB stowed.
263 Lima, roger. Brake, FAROE line 435, QNH 1006.
QNH 1006 for Faroline 435. Approach
Faroline
phase
459.
is activated.
You next. QNH 1006.
Mike Fox is identified.
Thank you, 1006, 459.
ISS 738, report your ILS distance.
7 miles for ISS.
Right, see that aircraft now.
263 Lima, traffic ahead
10
of you, 7
miles.
miles on the ILS as a ISS 737.
And 7 miles ahead of me, for the ILS 304, so the 63 Lima.
We need to slow down. Okay, so thrust idle, open descent. Let's bleed off some speed. Otherwise, we're going to have to go around. Not going to be enough separation between us and the guy in front.
1092, roger, descent flight level 100. It's the Barnsley 2 kilo arrival, runway 19.
Barnsley 2 kilo, descent flight level 100.
It's going to be dark when we get down below these clouds, isn't it? It's still quite nice and bright up here. Let's reduce speed 220.
Channel 4089, the wind 220 degrees, 26 knots, gusting 38 knots, runway 19 and cleared to land.
Alright, so VS 2000, actually 2100, because we're still going to need to slow down even more. We need to get down as well, 10,000 feet to get our lights on. Dr. Magic, thanks for that link, I'll check that out a little bit. Alright, I'm going to manage the speed now, so push for manage speed. Let's get some speed brake out to help us with that.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, you may have noticed that we've just begun our
Lock blue.
into our destination. If you could now assist the cabin crew by tidying up
Lock
your
star.
tray table and handing them any litter as they come around, that would be most appreciated. For safety reasons, we ask
Flaps
now that you
one,
please
speed
turn
checked,
off all
flaps one.
electronic devices or switch them to airplane mode until after we have landed. Please note that the aircraft toilets are now out of use. If you wish to become a Easyjet Sim Pilot channel member, please contact a member of your camp crew who will be happy to assist you. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed your flight.
Profile's coming back in now, so that's okay. And we've got speed 200.
63 Lima, how far away is that aircraft in front of me now for 63 Lima?
Speedbird 63 Lima, the aircraft ahead is approximately half a mile from the threshold.
Good, thank you much. I will speed up to 210 knots until 9 mile final.
Speedbird 63 Lima, roger.
Let's reduce speed even further than 180 knots.
435.
Give the guy a bit
Aircraft
of
ahead
room.
reported on a 9 mile final, runway 30.
Thrust idle, open descent. Speed brake's still out. Should be fine now. We're about, we've got 2,000 feet to drop. And it's about 6 miles away before I want to be at 4,000 platform altitude, so that works. We've got an amazing headwind slowing us down, so that is working in our favour at the moment. We're currently 17 miles out. Speed brakes can go away.
And Speedbird 63 Lima is reporting turbulence for 63 Lima.
Speedbird 63 Lima, roger.
cabin crew, about 15 minutes to landing, if you will prepare the cabin, thank you.
Okay, we're now to below the glide, so just set a VS of, well, we'll set a VS of whatever we want now, we're on the localizer. 300 FPM, that'll do, so VS 300.
Control Iceland, so ISS 3, apologies. We've vacated the runway. We want to report turbulence 2 miles before touchdown.
Here comes the glide slope.
Roger, break, Channix 4089, Roger. Fly runway heading altitude 3000 feet.
Flaps 2. Speeds checked, flaps 2.
263 Lima, runway 30 is free, wind 270 degrees, 22 knots.
I'm going to slow this down to VAP, otherwise we're not going to have space.
Left 30, all yours, clear for landing, Receiver 63 Lima.
Right, alt glide slope blue, Cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed.
Channix 4089, turn left heading 100 degrees.
Must be stowed, armrest down, and window blind open. You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened, ready for landing. Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, or magazines that you do not want to take with you. The toilets are no longer in service.
So here's where it starts to get a little bit bumpy. Again, we're slowing down perhaps a lot earlier than we would do normally, just because the guy in front of us has got to land, he's then got to backtrack, so we want to give him the space to do that. So let's go flaps 3 now, speed's checked. Flaps 3.
Fahrenheit 459 established ILS from my cruiser.
Glide slope star.
Correction, established on the localizer 30, Fahrenheit 459.
And Fahrenheit 435 is established, runway 30, and we are 10 miles out and reducing to final approach speed.
Fahrenheit 435, roger, traffic ahead 1.5 miles from the threshold, brake. Fahrenheit 459, the traffic ahead of you is 9 miles established on the localizer, runway 30.
Roger, thank you, we'll keep on those builds.
Can just see the lights of the aircraft in front of us, can't we? British Airways. Dirty Sausage, how did I pick this flight in particular? This flight was picked for me by our channel member, an MOC Dark Fury. Right, 143 is VAP. Ground speed minial. Kick in shortly.
Red 63 Lima, wind 270 degrees, 22 knots, gusting 37 knots.
There we go. We can see indicated airspeed now 160, ground speed 139. That's ground speed really doing the job.
Turn left heading
Let's try and
010 degrees,
establish ourselves.
Runway 19.
Get the gear down in a moment. The cabin crew seated. They need to be. Come on, sit down, boys and girls. Replay's running.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for landing.
Look at the waves. There, you can tell it's going to be a bit of a blustery arrival. What I'd really like is to see the runway. 6 miles. Gear down. Spoilers. He's vacated. Flaps 3.
63 Lima, roger.
Flaps full.
Taxi standard choice. Brake. Fahrenheit 435. Runway 30 wind 270 degrees. 22 knots, gusting 37 knots.
Clear to land runway 30. Fahrenheit 435. It's raining.
Easy 62 Charlie Mike, roger.
Lots. Come on, where's my runway? Everything's suddenly very bright in the flight deck.
Easy 62 Charlie Mike. There's traffic same level ahead of you at a distance of 20 miles. Would you prefer a climb 2,000 above or a descent 2,000 below?
We prefer descent to 100.
Easy 62 Charlie Mike Roger, descent flight
Landing
level
checklist, cam secure,
340.
go around
The
altitude,
traffic ahead of you was
3,700
reported to say
safe, and I'm
max number,
landing
but you do
over.
appear to be closing in.
340, no, yeah, we've got him on the CCAS. Easy 60 Charlie Mike.
60 Charlie Mike Roger.
Oh, what's going on with my aircraft?
1,000.
There was a gust. 1,000. If we need to go around, we know what to do.
Walker 1092, descend altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 992.
My hands are already on the thrust levers. Ready for it. I can start to see some lights from the ground below. We're going to need some right rudder to decrab this thing. We're not going... Dark, your drone camera's out. We're not landing in this, mate. I can't even see the runway. Come on, where are you? That's not a runway. Oh my god, it's windy.
100 above.
100 above. Where is my runway?
Minimum.
Continue.
500.
Just stable. Oh, that was literally borderline. Autopilot's off. I have control. Come on, down we go.
Light slow. Light slow.
Fighting.
100.
Too low. Terrain.
20. Retard.
Oh, not
10,
good.
5.
Go around.
10. 5.
Canex 408910, left heading 280 degrees.
Fairline 435 going around.
Fairline 435, roger.
Mantoga SRS go around track.
Fairline 459, runway 30 free, 270 degrees, 22 knots, gusting 37 knots.
Fairline 459.
Fairline 435, report intentions.
Fairline 435 on the published go around for the moment.
Fairline 435, one aircraft on the localizer at a
First climb,
range
open climb.
of 6 miles, no other traffic to affect, report
Flaps
localizer
one.
established, runway 30, and you can continue at your discretion.
Roger, we'll report established again, Fairline 435. Now, do I have time for the go around? We have the fuel for it. Do we have the time for it? Real life problems getting in the way.
So Fairline 449, can I get a current wind check please, sorry?
Fairline 459, the wind 270.
Okay, we're going to
degrees,
vector
80 knots, gusting
ourselves
37
back in for another go.
Thank you.
Speed alt start. Okay, let's get up to 4,000 feet. And we're going to have another go. Just climb, open climb. Pull heading. And let's try again. Left heading 250.
Fairline 459, reporting wind shear 3 miles from runway 30.
Fairline 459, roger.
Let's keep that turn coming then, shall we? We'll fly downwind. I'm just going to increase the speed a little bit because I am very pushed for time, guys. We obviously want to get in. maybe the storm would pass a little bit. The approach seemed okay, but what you've got to remember as well, it's a 30-meter runway, so visually it looks very strange. Short, and just as well it's a short taxi. If I get down, I might not even have time for the taxi, mate. It'll just be wham bam, we're in, goodbye. Right, see, visibility seems to have improved just a little bit. I'll plug that in before that dies. Just seem to have improved a tiny bit. Not much though.
Fenix 409, my apologies, I was a bit distracted. Turn left heading 180 degrees, you're clear for the ILS Zulu runway, just 19er.
Right, so
yeah,
we're
if you can tell my missus not to phone me, that'd be great.
That's it, real life problems getting in the way. Air traffic control is on the phone with his wife.
459 going around. Frontline 459, roger.
Another go around.
Frontline 435, report position.
So we've got enough fuel to have another go, and if need be, go back to Scotland or somewhere. Not often I say this, but the weather's much better in Scotland.
Frontline 435, report your position.
Frontline 435 is currently 5 miles to the south of Vagar.
Frontline 459, traffic company is on the downwind 5 miles to the south of the airfield, and you can continue at your discretion. Report established, localizer runway 30.
What time is it in real life? 17:21. Okay, that's doable. We will have chance for one more go to get in. This is what would happen now. We'll have one more go to get in.
And
if we don't make it, then we'd be back off to Scotland. We wouldn't be having another go.
Speedbird 632, roger, stand by.
Stand by for Speedbird 632.
Flipping mouse batteries have died again. Alright, let's run the approach checklist again. So QNH 1006, seatbelt sign still on, minimum 680, auto brake, medium EFB stowed.
Your first waypoint Lübeck is runway 12 only.
Activate the approach phrase.
Are you happy to accept another departure?
Start slowing down.
Of course, what departure do you want me to take for Speedbird 632?
Speedbird 632. My suggestion would be for you to take the Osava to November departure and remove Connie from your flight plan.
Okay, roger. So Odani 3 November departure. And
right, let's have another go.
Connie for Speedbird 632. I will do that for you.
Thanks, break. Chanix 4089.
Flaps 1, speeds checked.
220 degrees, 27 knots, runway 19, clear to land.
November 1 Whiskey Bravo, request descent.
Set speed 180.
November 1 Whiskey Papa, roger.
Glide slope, lock blue, Cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2.
Descent, flight level 100, November 1 Whiskey Bravo.
And for line 435, just for information, we're now base turn 4,000 feet to set up for another ILS approach, runway 30.
Departure for Speedbird 632.
Speedbird 63 Lima, it's the 2 November departure.
Roger, filling them up for Speedbird 632.
November 1 Whiskey Papa, you can expect the NASB 1 Victor arrival, runway 19 in Reykjavik.
That's 1 Victor, runway 19, and we'll be starting descent within the next 15 miles or so. 1 Whiskey Papa.
1 Whiskey Papa, roger.
So we can see that we've also got traffic that went around doing the same of us, company traffic.
Walker 1092, continue descent, altitude 3,000 feet, via Elvam, cleared ILS, Zulu approach, runway 19.
I think it didn't help with the clouds. We got very late visual on the route, and when I say late visual, I mean the aircraft call minimums, and a fraction of a second later, I saw the landing lights. So we're like, yeah, continue, let's go for it. Hey, Chris Shaw, happy Friday. It's very murky. Very murky indeed.
And the 62 is questioning for push and start, please.
Speedbird 632, you're going to need clearance first. What is your requested Mach number for cruise?
Map point, the same one is 0.78, question clearance, please.
Hey Baron, yeah, it's always a struggle to get into the FAROE. Had to go around last night yourself, I see.
Did you copy that for Speedbird 632?
Speedbird 632, firmly cleared destination Echo Delta Delta November, Odava 2 November departure, runway 30. The initial climb, flight level 290, Mach decimal 78, squawk 2541.
Speeds checked. Flaps 2.
So, clear to destination November 2 November departure, runway 30, initial climb.
Daniel, is it correct that I enjoy flying at night more than day? No, not at all. It's just I fly in live time, and it's usually in the evening.
Speedbird 632, read back correct, push start approved, QNH 1006.
Push start approved, and
glide slope start.
For taxi for Speedbird 632.
Missed approach set. Fairline 435 is established again, runway 30, 10 miles.
Fairline 435, runway 303, the wind 270 degrees, 37 knots.
Roger, Fairline 435. He didn't tell us we were clear to land there, did he? And Fairline 435, just confirm, was that landing clearance?
As you're outside controlled airspace, I cannot deliver landing clearance, but the runway is free, so land at your discretion.
Understood, Fairline 435.
His initial for Speedbird 632, initial climb is 29,000 feet.
Affirm it, Speedbird 632.
Yeah.
Right, let's have another go.
Walker 1092, corporate.
Looks like a volcano in the distance.
Chenex 408.
We could just slam it in just for good measure. It's not real life.
Cross runway 28, then a left onto November, right November 13, stand 10.
See, I think it looks clearer. Oh, I can already see the runway. This is better. Right, 6.5 miles, gear down, spoilers. Flaps 3. Yeah, okay, let's just manage the speed first. Speed managed, flaps 3. Doesn't mean we'll get in though, the wind is still an absolute pain. But at least we're better. Remember, narrow runway, so stick to those pappies. My word, the water looks horrible. Flaps full. Landing checklist. So the cabin's secured. Again, go around altitude 3,700 feet. Is that Eco memo? Not landing, no blue. When you're gonna pop up? There we are. Let's try again.
The secretary is questioning taxi, please.
Speedbird 632, standby.
So guys, I'm going to make my apologies now. I really do, if we get this in, I really do need to shoot off. So a huge thank you to everyone who has donated and contributed towards the upkeep of the channel during our stream this afternoon, and to our Easyjet Sim Pilot channel members. I hope you've got your special Easyjet Sim Pilot channel member sick bags. It could be bumpy. Thank you so much, everybody. I will hopefully see you on the runway. Not around this weekend, so this is my last stream until next week. Huge shout out. Thank you so much, everybody. Don't expect a butter landing. It's gonna be down and hard.
There's 2 aircraft to land. You may be able to get out after the first one lands, so just hold position for a moment.
If the first one lands.
No rush, I will just, no rush, don't worry, it's quite a tight airport, but I'm trying to make room for them to land, and so, for us to do.
At least we can see the airport this time. I feel how it's buttering around a bit already. That wind, 41 knots. I'm letting autopilot.
Walker 1092, roger, continue.
Hold it on as late as I dare. Which have got a bit high now, haven't we?
Minimum.
Continue.
5.
I have control.
Walker 1092, contact the tower now, 118.3, please. Station on final, second.
Yeah, Caroline 459.
We've been blown off course. Come on, get in.
Caroline 459, roger, aircraft ahead is just crossing the threshold, continue approach.
Continue 459.
40, 30, 20, retard.
Come on, get down.
10, 5.
Oh, it's not great. We're gonna fall off the runway. Oh no! Crashed. Apologies, we have to close the airport because we have just crashed. We're disconnecting now, Fairline 435.
No problem.
What a way to end a weekend. Well, there you go. I wasn't happy. I would have gone around. If I'd have got the time, I would have gone around. If I'd have even got the time to continue, I would have carried on and gone back to Scotland, where it was happy and nice. But we don't have the time for that either. There you go, guys. Enjoy Vagar. If you're free this evening, come and get yourselves in, because, well, that's harsh. We have never, other than once when mucking about in a CRJ jet, we have never crashed the Phoenix, the fly-by-wire, anything on Flight Sim 2020. So, well, there you go. First time for everything. I love the fact that the runway is slightly raised up as well, so, you know, down you go. Okay, I'm going to go and cry now and see the weekend out with lots of drinking. I'll look forward to seeing you all next time. Remember whose fault this was as well, guys, the fact we did this flight tonight. It was Dark Furies, but I'd love to have seen your guys landing, because clearly I need to learn from you. Yeah, HD, oh god, HD's here. I need to make a phone call. Can I still make a phone call? Oh no, here comes the rain as well, just to add insult to injury. It's okay, I think all passengers would have got out safely, but I'm just going to leave you with the sad sight of my wet, decrepit, crashed aircraft on the side of the runway. Whatever you're doing this weekend, guys, I hope you're safer than I am, and I look forward to seeing you all on the next flight. We're never coming back here again. Have a great weekend, everybody. I shall see you all again very, very soon, hopefully. Good night, guys. Bye-bye.